Everything is hard if everything is new. Hey, I am Chuck the bureaucrat, and lately Colonel Thompson has been having a problem with Major Carter. Or maybe a better way to say it is, Major Carter's been having a problem and Colonel Thompson's starting to think she needs to do something about it. And so one day when Gary wanders by, she asks him to go out to the courtyard for a chat. You see, the problem with Major Carter is that on paper, he should be doing really well. He was selected to go get a Master's of Public Administration a couple of years ago. Then in his last job, he oversaw facility construction at one of the largest bases, and his senior rater wrote glowing evaluations of him. But since he got to the Pentagon, he's underperformed, and he really seems lost. So Colonel Thompson asks Gary, "What do you think's going on with this guy?" Gary says, "I think we have him on a learning curve that's too steep." Colonel Thompson says, "What do you mean?" Gary says, "Well, he's new to the Pentagon, so he has to learn how things work here. He hasn't worked on systems like this before. Plus, we've got him on that policy working group, and it's not like he's familiar with the policy before he got started." And Colonel Thompson nods along. "Yeah, I can see how that's a tough climb." And Gary says, "Yeah, this tends to happen when a new guy shows up and there's a bunch of holes in the organization. You just start cramming the new guy into the gaps and hope for the best. Sometimes it works out." And Colonel Thompson says, "So what do we do?" "Well, I kind of think of it like we want Carter to climb a mountain. And what we've done is set him on a path to go straight up that mountain. The right way to climb that mountain is with a series of switchbacks. You climb a little this way and then a little that way." Colonel Thompson's starting to get a little tired of the philosophy class, and she says, "Gary, what do we do about this specific officer?" And Gary says, "Well, we got to get him on a project that's familiar to him. He used to do that facility construction thing, and he really seems to care about it. Riley sits on the facility review board, and he hates it. Maybe have Carter work the facility review board and then swap Riley over to that policy working group." Colonel Thompson's just getting more frustrated. She's like, "Listen, this is not some choose-your-adventure playground. These young men have jobs to do." Gary says, "Of course, and the best way to get that job done is to have people develop new skills while they're leveraging their existing skills. You put Carter on the facility review board, and he learns how the review process works more quickly. Then, once he knows how a review board works, you can put him on another board where they're talking about something completely alien to him, and he uses his knowledge about how boards work to learn the new thing." Colonel Thompson sees the logic, but she still scowls. "I don't know. Nobody laid out some easy path up the mountain for me." Gary smiles and he says, "No, but you've got your friendly Sherpa to help you up that mountain." And then he wanders away. See, here's the thing. It is possible to guide an action officer through a series of events to make them more likely to be successful. This video has some good insights on how you introduce an action officer to their senior rater. And if you feel like you're not getting the help you need, shoot me a note. I can't promise anything, but I want you to be as successful as possible.